Hi, I'm Sherry McGill, and you're watching Lessons Learned. Hi, welcome back to Monday Quilt Chat. It was a crazy weekend, wasn't it? Wow. All that ice and snow and frigid temperatures, it was everywhere too. There's very few places in the United States it wasn't affected by that Siberian blast of cold. Thank you, Siberia. Let's not let that happen again. Anyway, I hope y'all got where you were going safely or stayed in like we did and just, tried to stay warm. Fortunately, we didn't have any problems with our heat. We didn't have any problems with anything really, because we didn't really plan on going anywhere. We live on a dead-end road, so there were some pretty high snow drifts. Kind of live in a rolling hills kind of area, so on the road there were some places that were impassable for maybe a day, but I think we missed getting our mail that first day. But everything seems to be close to back to normal. It's still very cold. It's 22, but there's no severe winds or anything like that. So I hope things are getting better where you are too. I can't wait for spring to come. We're already past that, I don't know, what's it called? Winter equinox or whatever, where the days start getting longer slowly again. So we're on the upside of, I was going to say winter, but actually winter just started. But at least we're on the upside towards spring. So, sounds kind of silly to say because time only goes forward, doesn't it? But it always makes us feel good to think about positive things, and that being warmer temperatures, longer days, more light, and all of that. So, I didn't get to sew this past weekend, which is unusual for me. Now, I did work on my Hexie project a little bit, not a lot, because my thumbs were hurting, probably weather related. But anyway, I did a handful of those, so it wasn't a total bust. I came out here Friday. Was it Friday was the coldest day? I think it was. And my heater just wasn't keeping up. I spent about 30 minutes out here working on a bear, and all of a sudden I realized I am not getting warmer being out here. So I just kind of hung it up for the weekend. And yeah, I could have carried a bunch of stuff down to the house and sewed in there. As a matter of fact, Mark suggested I do that, but it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it to drag all, and then I would surely forget 10 or 15 things before, I got it all down there. So plus, then you have to carry it all back. So I'm just going to blame it on the weather that I did not get the bears done this weekend. And I discovered that I have another one in that box to do. I thought I only had 2 more to do. I have 3 more to do. So that didn't help my state of mind at all. Anyway, I'm sure she'll understand that I'm not going to get that done by Monday, which is kind of what I halfway promised. So it'll just have to wait until I can get back to it. It's better now in here. Even though it's 22 outside, the heater stays up fine. So I'll be back in the swing of things like a crazy woman this week, I guess. Because we have the rest of our cleanup to do. There's more to do on that. I had the 24th and the 25th down as rest days, so we didn't have anything those 2 days. But today we're going to be back at it, and I'll put a little short video out on that. And then we have 5 more after that. Actually 4, because the 31st is a rest day as well. So if you're following along on this little December cleanup challenge, we're nearing the end, and I hope you're starting to see the results and reap the benefits of doing this cleanup. I know I am. I'm a little bit behind on a couple things, but I don't have, it's nothing that's stressing me out that much. So I will get it done before the end. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit too about January and how you know, so much spending takes place towards the end of the year, it seems like. And in preparation for the end of the year, many of you. So in doing my cleanup, have discovered that I really have a lot. I have a lot in here. I don't really need to be buying more things. I have every notion that is needed for just about any project. And I am going to put another challenge out there to you for January, and that is to not buy any fabric in January. Now, if you need some interfacing or spool of thread for a project you are currently working on or working on for someone else especially, of course, you know, you're going to have to take care of that. But no more fun fabric buying for a month. Let's try it. Let's see if we can do it. I want to see if I can do it. I want to see if you can do it. And that kind of puts me on the spot to be the example. So help me out, guys. Help me out here. We're not going to buy any fabric in January. Take that in. Take that in. Breathe. Let it out. Process it. It's going to happen. Let's do it. Let's do it. And that'll give you a chance to use some of the stuff you have. You've picked out all that beautiful fabric already. You must have loved it. So let's do something with it. I'll have some projects for you in January coming up that you can pull some fabrics out and put some quick projects together. And that way we can get back at it in February, because there's probably going to be some beautiful spring fabric coming out. So let's don't buy anything in January. Work on our stash, getting it down a little bit, and then we'll see what happens after that. I think you'll be surprised how fast the month of January will go by. So you will be able to survive it. I will be able to survive it. And we'll just kind of set that goal for ourselves. And yeah, it'll just be another cool thing we can all do together. So I'm challenging you to know by January. All right. So this coming Wednesday, I'm going to have my little planning session, as I keep reminding you. So get your planners out. Start thinking about the projects you want to do this coming year. I'll share with you what I have in mind. Feel free to put in the comments today of this video of something you would like for me to do this year that you haven't seen yet, or you've been wanting to try yourself. Whatever. I'll consider anything you put out there. And that helps give me ideas too. I have a lot of ideas all the time, but I'm willing to take on more ideas from you guys. So today's the day. In the next couple of days you watching this video, put those suggestions in there and I will see what I can do. And that'll be exciting too, to see what everyone comes up with. And I'll be anxious to read your comments and see what we can do together. So I have for you a little review here of the cleanup that we did this past week. We started out with, I think Monday was what? Last Monday was, well, get my calendar up here so I can see it, the 19th. So we had to neaten up our papers and interfacing. I didn't really have that much, honestly. Wasn't too bad. Most of it got thrown away. And then cleaning up your email. Now I have worked on that every day this week, because you may not always get an email every day from everybody you're subscribed to on your email. So every day I just go through and see what's come in, and if I haven't unsubscribed from something I'm not looking at anymore, then I'll catch it that day. And so I'm going to keep working on that for maybe another week or so, just to make sure I get everything off there, and I'm not just mindlessly wasting time going through emails that I'm really not interested in. So I hope you guys are doing that too, because we want more time to sew. We don't need to be scrolling around through our emails. take donated items to the center. I think I mentioned it on the short that I put it on Facebook Marketplace in my local area as a free bunch of stuff on my porch, and someone came and got it. That was easy. Didn't even have to leave my house. But if you have a certain donation center you like to support, then it needs to go. It's time to get that stuff out of there. Clean your floor and your baseboards. I have not done that yet, I have to admit, because there's a bunch of snow out, and I come in here and it melts off of my boots, and yeah, there's a rug there. As a matter of fact, I have a towel there too. But I think I'm going to wait a couple more days before I do it, just to make sure all this nastiness outside melts away. And it's going to be 60 around here at the end of the week, believe it or not. At least in the 50s, but there's talk of 60. So I'll get that done. And then create a cleaning and supply section. You saw my little short on that. I used one of my little bins over here, but over under my cutting table, I have this same kind of setup underneath there. And I got rid of something, and it opened up that bin. And I've just got a small supply of cleaning items there that I can dust with, and you know, if I need Windex or whatever, you know, it's there, and stuff for the floor too. So although I don't have water up here, I do have Swiffers, the dry ones, so I can kind of keep ahead of the dust and the lint and the dirt on the floor. So that's it. That's what we did this week. And I hope you were able to get in and do some of that too. Okay, so now we have a designer spotlight. And we're still on Windham. So this will be the second one from Windham. So let me get over there to that. This week I have picked out for you Kelly Angelovic. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Some of these names are tricky. Kelly Angelovic, like Angel, O-V-I-C. Okay, and she has a little story here. She said she's an illustrator, painter, and creativity coach based in Boulder, Colorado, where she lives with her husband, her 2 kids, and Rooster the dog. I specialize in painting and hand lettering, and my work can be found on products sold all over the world. That's neat. When I'm not creating, I also work as a coach, helping fellow artists to design the creative lives they've always imagined. It's some of the most rewarding work I do. I'm grateful every day, even the hard ones, to have the opportunity to follow the whispers and bellows of my heart and soul, and to help other creators do the same. So she's very goal-oriented and loves to help others with her art, and that's really neat. Now, Kelly Angelovic, she had a collection out in June of 2022 that you may remember. It's called Farm Fresh. And it says, Farm Fresh is Kelly Angelovic's first fabric collection with Windham Fabrics. It's a vibrant and contemporary take on the simpler things in life, featuring chickens, fresh veggies from the garden, and lush florals among a rich and modern color palette, offering a fresh take on the classic farm theme. There again, that's why I like it. It's old-fashioned stuff with new stuff. I like that. And organic things like nature, things from nature. So this is not exactly a food fabric, but there are some food fabric prints, but they're not your typical food fabric. It's more, to me, it's more pleasing to the eye. And I've got some samples here. There's 25 prints and a panel. You'll have to go there to see them all, but I'm going to give you a little sampling here on the screen. And maybe you've bought some of this already. It's been out since June. I know I've seen those roosters, and I think I've seen those plaids before too. So you can find this in your local quilt store or online. pretty sure I've seen So Yeah sell it. So it still is showing up here and there. So go to Windham Fabrics and check out patterns also for this line. Very pretty. So I hope you enjoyed that little bio on Kelly Angelovic and the Farm Fresh collection. So that is all I have for you today. I hope you can get to your projects this week to get finished out for the year. I have a couple things still. I'm still going to do the bears. That's got to get done this week. Please let me get it done. And then I uncovered my last barn block mini. That one right there. December. Haven't done it yet. Gotta get it done. So pray for me to get the bears and this done this week, because we got new stuff coming up. Don't forget to put in the comments some projects that you're thinking about doing, or maybe would like me to do along with you. You know, research if I have to learn how to do it, whatever it may be. Up for seeing what you got in mind. All right, have a great week, you all. I'll see you on Wednesday. And have a great one, and keep on sewing. Bye.